So after they start, you have to switch, right?
Welcome to Draw 7 of Potomac Curling Club's annual Cherry Blossom Bonspiel, the 2026 edition.
Which is a monster of a good time.
It is. I'm Mike Steele.
I am Naomi.
And we're going to be joined in a second by Jen Skidmore, who's working out her headset. We have 4 games in this draw. If you're unfamiliar with our setup here on YouTube, we have 2 streams going. One stream is going to show you sheets B and C, and the other stream is going to show you sheets A and D. And you're going to hear our voice on both streams, regardless of which game you're trying to watch. We're mostly going to talk about the games on B and C, though, because those are the ones that are right in front of our broadcast booth. So right now on sheet A, it's going to be the Guard Destroyer versus Ferta Girls. Sheet B, Kamacurlas versus PCRF. Sheet C, Dunnamzilla versus Guardzooky. And sheet D, Buns of Gojira versus Team Oblander.
Switch color right here.
Games are just getting started.
Everybody's got rocks in motion. Nice take out there on sheet B.
Hopefully all their colors are straight and go. But still have curls.
Well, sheet B is starting out to be a hit game right now.
Always popular for the first end. A great warm-up exercise. Well, you don't do that?
Team PCRF from Puerto Rico.
Yeah.
Throwing the Yellowstones now.
Apparently we have Puerto Rico representing team here.
Trying to hold the line.
Curling, everything's curling a lot, but that stone will stay in the house. Nicely done.
Last night, when I was doing these games, we saw ice that was very fast and curled a lot.
Yeah.
So we'll see if the conditions are the same tonight.
They seem to be that way. They just sharpened them on Wednesday and told us in our lead night, be like, it was sharpened today. Have fun. So it was fun. It was curling a bolo.
Do you have a sense of how much? Was it curling 5 feet, 6 feet?
So because it just got sharpened that day,
this was going to flash through on sheet B.
the stone curl different for each stone. Like the sets are not very matched. Does that make sense? Like
yes.
They are not settled in yet, so it was like so weird. Everything was I want to say like 6 feet, but some more, some less. So on our feature sheet, we have the Puerto Rican Curling Federation, and I believe Jonathan Vargas is the president.
That one came up a little short.
I think of of the Puerto Rican Curling Federation. I could be wrong. Don't quote me on this.
Puerto Rican Curling Federation actually is from Utica, Charlotte, and Plainfield. It's a mix of players
Oh, yeah.
from different clubs up
Well,
here.
because there's no ice in Puerto Rico.
And they're playing Kamacurlas, who are from Triangle Curling Club in North Carolina.
Nice.
Guardzooky versus Dunnamzilla. Guardzooky is a team of all of my friends from here at Potomac.
But you're not biased.
But I'm
whatsoever.
not biased. They're playing Dunnamzilla, which
is one of 4 Dunnams here.
yes, there are several Dunnam-based teams here.
Which we have witnessed a Dunnam against Dunnam. Just
Yes,
the last draw.
this Dunnam team is a combination of players from Potomac and Bucks.
Yep. They annually play together at this bunch club. All right, so our Sheet B, pretty clean house here. The Puerto Rico will have the last say, the last rock on Sheet B. So playing open is okay by them.
Yeah, wide open house, only one yellow guard way off to the left side.
Guarding nothing, really.
Sheet C, Dunnamzilla now is going to have 4 yellow rocks in the house.
Both kind of behind guards.
And they have hammer. Yeah, they're behind guards, but they're behind red guards.
I'll take
We're up
it.
to vice. We're up to vice rocks. This is going to be. Oh no, this is the second rock on sheet C. So they've got some time to clean this up.
They're calling for a draw, I think. The draw behind.
Yeah, on
the
sheet C,
staggered
they threw the
stroke.
draw last time, and they threw it a little bit deep, and the opposing skip swept it out the back. They're going to try the same shot again.
Hopefully it's lighter.
Sheet A, it looks like they're trying to throw up a guard to protect those 2 red rocks in the forefoot. They are sweeping furiously out there.
Just anything in the center line would be very nice.
So sheet C, they got a little tap off. They want to push one of those reds under, left their red, push one of the yellows over to the left, but left their red exposed. And Dunnamzilla is going to come right back and try and hit it. Sheet B, clean, empty house now. The hit game continues.
Kamacurlas have their...
They're trying to draw one behind the corner guard. Something in the house to, prevent.
to chase. Or prevent the blank.
Yeah, to force, but that's going to come up just a millimeter short. Or in other words, the sweeper didn't do their job.
It's always the sweepers.
It's never the front end's fault.
Talk to my skip.
This is their Vice's second rock.
So sheet
So
B.
both teams have 2 rocks to go on sheet B.
Sheet B is still wide open. Sheet C, however,
A lot of rocks in sheet C. But
was the shot rock somewhat buried but pickable.
yeah, it's about half buried, but a long guard, so lots of room to get past it and get back to center.
Oh, it looks like
That's what they're going for right now. They're
yeah.
sweeping hard for line.
It's
They are
time.
past the guard. Now they're going to try and get it and pick it out. Very nice hit.
Very nice.
Yellow now sitting 6 on sheet C.
That is scary.
So we're up to the skips rocks on sheet B with no rocks touching the house. At this point, do you just play for the blank? Do you try and
think
score?
You just
Puerto Rico
go
team
to
will have
score.
the hammer.
Yeah, they have the hammer. I think you go to. No. So red is definitely trying to put one behind the guards again.
Yes, they're going to try and going to try and force the issue. But if you're yellow, you've got a choice to make.
Over on sheet A, the guard Destroya team managed to get the 2 red rocks out of the 4-foot. So that was
a good
really
shot.
good outcome for them.
So sheet A is a box.
They're on skip rocks.
It's a Bucks County team with Julie leading several Bucks County members against.
Yeah, we didn't say earlier, but on sheet A, if you're watching the sheet A and D stream, sheet A, Ferta girls. Ferta from Bucks Curling Club playing against Guard Destroya from here at Potomac. And on sheet D, Buns of Gojira, which is a combined Pittsburgh and Potomac club with all of our friends on that team also. And they're playing Team Oblander, which is from Mayfield Curling Club in Columbus. Not Columbus, Cleveland. Cleveland. Sorry, Ohio fans.
I have to say I like when the viewers cannot see it, but when Mike still talked about the sheet B and C and sheet A and D, he also has the hand gesture out, just like your airport runway indicators.
Emergency
Very
exits are left-gated
professional.
forward and rear of you in this building.
Please be mindful of the gap. Okay.
We'll be coming along with snacks later in the draw for you.
It will be
I brought
$5.
I bought macarons, so.
And we should take this moment to point out that we have probably, I think, the best kitchen staff of anybody. I mean, it's all volunteer.
For
We have the
sure.
best food at our Bonspiels, and they've put out a great dinner for us tonight, and I'm looking forward to seeing what the snack's going to be
Those-
between draws later.
Those chicken katsu are amazing.
I know, I might have to go get some more. That was really, really
I'm
delicious.
stuffed.
Yes,
I'm so stuffed.
So
I'm-
team Dunnamzilla still has 6 stones in the house. They
with hammer.
they keep getting rid. Poor team Guardzooky keeps trying to get some out, but
This is Guardzooky's skip, Rob Chester, to throw his last rock at the end to try and get some of those rocks out of there and limit the damage. Meanwhile, sheet B, this
Nicely
is
frozen to the top floor.
Kamacurlas' last rock on sheet B,
It's going to be a
trying to get a draw into the house.
Oh, I thought they wanted to throw it through.
Sheet B, both sweepers going at it hard, trying to
Oh,
get
I'm
it down to the
sorry.
house.
This is just a force. Never mind. It's the red. Oh, they're getting
Oh,
it. They're getting
they
it.
got it to the house.
Nice.
Very nice sweep.
Good
oh
job.
my gosh, way
All
to stay on
credit
it.
to the front end on that one for that sweep all the way down.
100%.
So the force is on sheet B. Sheet C, Guardzooky did manage to get their rock. They got one of those yellows out and stuck there in the 4-foot. Currently sitting shot behind a guard.
Probably pretty buried.
Dunnamzilla's skip, Andy Dunnam, is going to try and get it out of there.
Out of the Dunnamzilla.
All right, skips rocks going on both B and C now.
So I assume this is a attempt to blink.
That's what I
Oh,
was.
it took a turn, that stone.
Yeah, sweepers on it on sheet B.
That took a turn.
They still got it. They nosed it back, and they stick around at the top of the circle, so that's going to be one for yellow at the end of the first. Sheet C, Andy Dunnam's shot is on the way down.
May or may not be what they wanted, but it's not bad.
Oh my gosh, that way for Team Guardzooky to sneak
Yeah, they
in
managed to
there.
sneak
They
in and
managed-
steal one.
facing all those rocks.
They really salvaged something from a possible disaster in the first end.
Yeah, that was amazing.
If you're watching Sheet A, they are also on Skip's Rock, last hammer rock of the end.
Red is sitting 1, but somewhat pickable.
Our friend Galad Kempenich throwing the last rock on Sheet A right now.
Yeah, if you can pick out that red out of the house or to the full 12, you can score possibly 3.
Got potential for 3 there.
So Super's holding the line. Oh, that looks like a steal one by red.
Yep.
So just over curled. Again, these stones have been sharpened very recently, and they are curly.
So Sheet A, 1 point for Ferda girls.
For the girls.
I'm just going to say Ferda all night.
What do we have over on Sheet D? Are we on?
Sheet D is also up to the last rock of the end for yellow and Team Oblander.
That's a great name.
Jason Oblander, the skip, throwing the last rock of the end. Meanwhile, B and C, not to ignore them, but lead stones, everybody's throwing guards.
This is trying to really good come around happening. Just a little smidge.
A lot of
higher.
sweeping. They get that rock nicely buried on Sheet C. Missed shot on Sheet D, so yellow's going to score 1 over there if you're watching our Sheets A and D feed.
Oh, nice draw behind over here on Sheet B for.
So a single
Rico.
for everyone on this first end. Nice warm up.
Lots of sweeping over here on Sheet C.
Not sure what they call.
It's over and up.
I mean, they don't have hammer and it's a corner guard. And so Andy's just gonna use that as their own guard and so one underneath it. So not sure if that stone was on Sheet B. If that stone was on the center line, then it would have been need to be.
Well, they didn't replace it, so
Nope.
maybe not.
Maybe not. It looked close, but I couldn't quite tell.
If he's asking for it to be replaced, it probably wasn't on the center line because he would have just put it back.
My skip would. Let me just say we've been through this when my skip did not realize he could, and then he just wanted us to throw another one and put it in the same place. Well, like you could have done it, just never mind. So skips, not all skips can count.
Sometimes if it's pushed back into the house, they want to just leave it and we'll put the guard back in front of it. Both sweepers going hard on Sheet B now to get that rock over. It's going to over curl. It's not going to be on the center line, but it is going to sort of block the path to that rock that's currently shot rock.
Yeah. Which is still a fine position.
Oh, hey.
Got a tap in over on Sheet C.
And
Andy is showing off his sweeping skills by moving it into the 12-foot.
Will be sitting second shot. Looks like.
Yep.
So a freeze, a tiny little bump is okay.
Oh, unfortunate flash through on Sheet. My Guardzooky. Kamacurlas.
So I forgot to look up. This is still our A bracket games, is it?
I don't know. I just came to drop off desserts, and they said, "Hey, come on and webcast." And I'm like,
Ooh,
"Okay."
what did you make, Jen?
I made cherry matcha macarons. So
What?
there were a couple people who needed gluten-free desserts, and I'd made them last year, and they seemed to go over pretty well.
They are, macarons are
They're very temperamental. I had a
But
couple.
they're-
I had a couple that I was like, okay, these are for me to eat at home.
they're good to, they're a good go-to for gluten-free. So
Yes.
this one's going to be a nice top back of the yellow.
Tap out.
Yeah. That was actually nicely found. By she, whoever that was. Now, sheet B, our feature sheet, the PRCF, is sitting a couple, maybe 3. Actually, we're sitting 3. This one's just gonna nose and flat back
Oh, wow.
at a decent position, but not 100% secure.
PRCF is calling for a draw behind.
Yeah, that's the right call, I believe.
Yeah. Except for the days when I don't have draw weight, and then it's not a good call. All right, looks like they're crashing. Looks like they're gonna, this might work out well because it looked like it was a little heavy, so that kind of stopped it and bumped it over.
It would have been like back A weight, not excessive.
But that does give Puerto Rico 2 in the house.
Well, it's fully open though, so currently that second shot rock is fully open, and
But they gotta make it. So
Kamacurlas is going to
they're going
try.
after it. Yeah, they're
Gonna
going
try.
after it, as they should.
This looks like a little bit flicked out.
Yeah.
So at this weight, it's going to be
It's
difficult.
coming back.
It's not going to come back in time for them.
Oh, that was close. If I was Puerto Rico, I would just put something else in the house at this point.
So she see,
Make them chase.
she see Guardzooky. So Dano, wait, that changed. They changed the M.
Dunnamzilla.
Dunnamzilla.
Yeah.
Dunnamzilla.
It's torturing my
If we are pronouncing any of these names wrong,
Pronunciation.
you will just have to forgive us.
And next time, pick easier to pronounce names when you sign up for your Bonspiel.
I agree. Be kind.
Be
We're
kind.
all friends with Andy Dunnam, though, so
Be kind to your broadcasters. That should be your takeaway.
Hang your score.
Yes. If you don't hang your score and we have to go out there,
Hang
you're
your
not
score.
going to like it.
Good, easy names.
when people don't hang their
Don't-
scores, I figure out who scored from who's throwing, and then I give them a 1, and then adjust later. A lot of rocks in the house on sheet B. Let's see if that's still the case after this hit.
It's
They're going for the double.
clutch.
They hit them both. Is it enough to move it out?
Yeah.
They got one out. They got both out.
Yes.
Nice double.
Really nice shot.
Nicely done, Kamacurlas.
Good shot.
So with that, they're sitting 2 and 3.
Yes.
The one shot stone to the side of the house could be dealt with later, PRCF is looking to put on more pressure on by removing the second shot stone. But I think they were set 1 and 3.
Both sheets were on up to Skip's rocks now. Skip's throwing their first rocks, I think.
Yeah,
That's correct.
We're on.
Yep.
Sheet Z, Dunnamzilla has 2 rocks in the house. Guardzooky throwing the hit to try and move one of them out. And
It's
hopefully
moving
roll under.
A lot.
Oh my
it's
gosh.
moving a boatload.
B
So it's
is
going to
gonna
be on the yellow
interesting.
first and then swept back.
Oh my gosh. That actually worked out really
That worked
well
out fine.
for them.
Excellent plan B.
I love Plan B. Plan C is usually pretty good too.
On sheet C, Guardzooky got the hit but not the roll, and now their rock is fully exposed for Andy Dunnam to hit.
That was a pretty brilliant way to move the rocks around. Oh, that was nice. We have a freeze on sheet A. Nicely done.
For the girls are trying to manufacture.
Yeah, they're sitting 1 and 2 right now. looks like.
So is this gonna
On
stay?
sheet B, they got the hit, but they over-rolled way out to the side.
Oh, that's a double now.
They're still in play. Well, they're frozen though.
You hit the right
They're not.
angle.
They're not straight on, so you can hit it and probably pop them both.
It does require quite a bit of weight.
We have a really hot rock coming down on sheet B.
They're going for the double. Are they going to get it? Got one. Got the second. But the top one
quite.
doesn't roll out
It
and
hit
is still
two.
shot rock.
It hit too thick. Very nice try.
Sheet C, they're trying. Red's trying for the double on sheet C right now also. Let's see if he can move both of those rocks. This is Red's last rock of the end. Yellow has hammer. Throws away.
It's trying to get to the wings.
It's gotta go.
It's got to curl some.
It's going to touch something.
Is it going to touch?
Yeah,
It gets
got
one of
one.
them. It chips one of them out, so
Not
Yellow
all is
and
lost.
Dunnamzilla can draw for 2 here. If you're a fan of guards, you should watch sheet D right now. They have a whole ton of rocks up in front of the house, and 1 rock of each color buried in the house behind all that. Here comes the last rock of the end for Dunnamzilla on sheet C. He just has to draw,
Touch paint.
just touch the paint to score 2 here.
Those are my least favorite words. Just touch paint.
Just touch paint. It's so easy.
You don't.
And that's when you always underthrow it light.
You don't-
And your
You mean you
sweepers
don't
were
carry
furiously
a bottle
cursing
of
you the
paint
whole way
with you?
down.
I just carry a bottle of paint with me.
Oh, yes.
Oh,
Just
that,
rubbed off the
that
red
red
guard
rock helped
and
them out.
got in there just barely.
So 2.
So 2 for Dunnamzilla in the second end.
All right, the last stone.
Last stone on sheet
Hammer
B
stone
now.
on sheet B. They have a chance of 3 if they
get
can
this one
hit.
in the back.
Yeah, so
Oh yeah, if it sticks around, they'll have 3.
if they can get rid of the shot stone, yellow stone, and stick around, they have a chance of 3.
That would be a really nice outcome.
I would take it any day. Stone coming.
Sweeping
Sweepers,
hard to
that's-
try and keep the line.
I think it's
And they're going
pretty
to
good.
get a hit, a little bit of a roll.
Nice job.
That's a 3.
So they're
Well
taking a
done.
look to see which rock is 3. They definitely got 2.
Vice looking, second look, third look. On the camera, it looks like a 3.
I think they're signaling that they think it's red. Nope, they're going to measure.
They're gonna measure, and Vice just put down the broom, which
So there's
is not what
So
you're
they're-
supposed to do. Why do people keep doing it? Why?
what?
Somebody kicks the broom, and then you move the rock.
So they're going to measure.
So my feeling is someone out there is teaching them to do this. Why do? Because people don't just do this automatically on their
Somebody
own.
told me to do that when I was starting out,
See?
and I've since been told to not do that.
Yes, exactly. Pick up.
While we wait for them to measure on sheet B, we're on the final rock of sheet A's second end. Galad Kempenich throwing the hammer stone for yellow.
Oh.
Looks like he has 1 now. I think he's going to just
That may.
looks like a draw for 2
Okay.
on sheet A.
All right. CA stone incoming. Gala is following the stone down, trying to whisper to the stone. Looks pretty good.
And it was red on sheet B by the looks of it, so that's a 3.
Sheet A, yellow score 2. On sheet D, we have Hammerstone coming down next.
He's trying to draw in. Looks like it's going to be yellow 1.
Very nice, but there's one more
Oh,
stone.
red has hammer.
Yeah.
That's
there's
not the
one-
last rock.
No, there's one more stone to come.
Still biting the button behind cover.
Very tough for the opposition to score.
Gojira is going to have to also try and draw to the button, I think.
Yeah. But the good news is they're unlikely to give up more than 1. All right, so we really have 4 close games on the ice.
That's what you would expect for the second round of the A event. All teams that won yesterday.
Oh, so this is indeed A event. We weren't quite sure.
We'll have B event games coming up at 9:15
I
tonight.
see. Very nice. All right, a corner guard is put up by the PRCF. They would like to play this end. GC, we're either trying to just put it in the pocket.
If you're watching sheet D, this is the hammerstone coming in right now at the top of the screen. Both sweepers going at it to hold the line. They got it barely around the guard.
It's going to be a yellow one.
They're going to tap the yellow right back to the button, though, so it's going to be yellow 1 on sheet D.
Nice try. Very tough shot. Nearly impossible. If our stones were more lively and does those like spinny back kind of thing, then you have a chance. Otherwise,
Laying in the rocks again.
not sure what we can do with the striking band to make our stones more lively. Then you can solve things like what you see on the big games. Hit 5 stones and spin back kind of thing.
I mean, I'm sure I could do that if I tried. Whole lot of rocks in the 4-foot circle on sheet C already in this end, and we're up to the
just
is it
the
vice stones?
Stone, vice stones. No, not yet.
Nope,
actually
still on second.
Second.
And right in the middle of that, can't really tell if on sheet C if it's yellow or red right now. Looks like red to me from the overhead, but
yellow. Pretty sure it's yellow.
very
red
hard to tell.
Yellow. That's where my money is. $5.
That was curled way too much.
Lots of curling.
Yeah, their sheet C, their throw hits the guard, just promotes it up. Now there's a double guard blocking that.
All right, on sheet B, our feature sheet. Kamacurlas have actually a decent setup right now. Without hammer, so they have a center guard and 2 stones behind it. Now, Puerto Rico is trying to draw down to it, and this one looks pretty good. It's over curling though. So they're a little exposed. They're a little exposed, but jamming is a possibility, so they don't mind it. I would have kept sweeping that.
Well, now on sheet C, yellow's thrown another one in there, and I think yellow is the shot rock now. Now
See, I was right.
Now there's 5 rocks in the 4-foot. That one they threw in, it kicked their own yellow back to the back of the 4-foot, but it also nestled in there right next to frozen to that red rock.
So have you ever calculated how many stones can fit into 4-foot?
No, that sounds like math.
Aren't you a data guy, Mike?
Maybe.
Just rumor has
I'm
it.
off the clock though. I don't do math on my own in the evenings. I have Excel for that at work.
Well, they're gonna try to do the.
So you can do it doing work tomorrow. On a weekend.
They were trying to pop it in, but that didn't quite work.
All right, so Dunnamzilla still has 1 shot stone on the top 4. Very nicely positioned.
Still on vice rocks.
They don't mind it.
Guardzooky does have hammer this end, but if things stay as they are, I don't know how you get more than 1 point out of this.
No, you can't. There's a ton of guard out there that's not helping them.
Yeah, those 2 center guards, you can't run either back really. A lot of rocks in play in sheet B also. They're also on vice rocks. Hit coming down hard.
Yep.
Sweepers, both sweepers going hard, trying to keep the line, trying to hit that yellow. And they're going to get it. Are they going to jam it?
Yep.
They just tipped their own, but that's probably okay. Still yellow stone in the back of the 4-foot is the shot rock, though. But they did get one of the yellows out of there.
But that one will be stubborn.
That's going to be hard to get out with all that backing behind it.
Let me just check. So someone did correct me. Bobby Fisher is the president of PRCF. But he's not here? Apparently not. But Jonathan Vargas just sounds so familiar though. All right, yes, this is the A bracket team. And
They do have jackets with their names on the back that we could be reading.
that would be too hard. We have fans of Verda girls in the
Verda!
house. Come again? What was that?
Verda!
Good. I like the energy.
It's a big crossover between curlers and Letterkenny fans.
How much is the overlap? Again, that's math. I'm sorry.
It's enough that you can say take about 10% off there, and about half the people on your sheet will laugh.
Really nice draw on sheet B.
Yeah, that stone is nicely set up that you can use it to kick the yellow out if you get that chance.
Even more rocks in the house on sheet C. Andy Dunnam just threw a rocket down there. He's going to try and move some out. I think he was trying to get that red to run back into the yellow. Instead, he pops the red out the back.
Yep, you just got one.
Red still sitting, well, yellow probably sitting shot still. Red right next to it. All those rocks frozen right in there.
So the sheet B, it just looks a little wide.
Yep.
And it's a little deep. Skip's going to sweep it back. So still red sitting one, yellow sitting two.
So red now has if they want, they can kick that yellow out and make the other team draw for. They're still
on skip rock.
They're on to the first of the skip
Yeah,
rocks.
there's still 4 rocks left.
The Kamacurlas. Which curling club are they from again? Was it Triangle? Kamacurlas.
Yes, triangle.
Triangle. We do get a lot of triangle teams here.
And we show up in numbers for triangles bonspiels also every year.
Actually, that's another club I was going to say. Their food is pretty darn good.
It is. They are nice. I've been down there a couple times.
Yeah.
I was actually just there for Child's.
Oh, that's right. Child's. They hosted Child's.
My first time. So it looks like they're just going to put up a guard.
Yeah. The guard. I mean, they're content with the guard. It's nearly impossible for
They're
PRCF
sitting
to get
one.
it
They've
out.
got hammer.
No, they don't.
Yeah, yellow. Oh, yellow has hammer.
Yeah.
So yeah, guard it, and
They're content to just guard it.
Puerto Rico's going to try and draw around.
It's possible for Puerto Rico to get shot.
Over on sheet C, we're up to the
But that's a
second
bit of
set.
distance to curl as well.
Last yellow rock coming up for Dunnamzilla now. They took a long look at which rock they thought was closest, because there's now 4 rocks at least biting the button
I
on
think
sheet
it's
C.
yellow 1, 2.
Yeah.
Maybe?
Yeah. $5. This is the only gambling I do. So yellow is sitting 1, 2 on sheet C, and I didn't really see, but could be a draw, a guard to prevent the red from slashing in. But that red is also overburied. The only red that they can...
They got around the guard on sheet B. It's coming in. It's not going to get far enough over to affect that red. So red is still sitting one red and one yellow left to go on sheet B. This is the last yellow rock of the end coming down on sheet C.
Drink some water.
So sheet C, they drew in to the 8 foot. Doesn't affect the whole mess that's going on around the button.
Sheet A, Gillard from Team Guard Destroyer.
Mike, the last rock they threw was this one.
Oh, the last one was the extra guard, not the drawdown. Okay.
No.
So this is the
now we're
last
on
stone.
hammer.
Last stone for a yellow on sheet A, trying to get rid of the.
Yeah, they must
stone.
think that the yellows are the shot rocks because they're locking it up.
Yeah, that one we may just have to wait until they hang the score to see what it was, because it's very hard to tell from the camera. It does look like yellow's 1, but I can't tell what 2 is now.
Yellow.
No, I think it's 2 yellows.
They still have one more stone to go.
Yeah.
So on sheet A is
Hammer.
Y.
5.
Nice.
Telestrator can't even deal with how many rocks
You
are in the
cannot.
4 foot right
Those
now.
numbers are too big. So sheet A, red is, that's probably a biter.
Oh
So
my
they're
gosh.
drawing for 2. For the girls. That looks like a biter bar
Yep,
situation.
last rock coming down for red on sheet A if you're watching that game. Looks like they have a biter already, trying to draw to get 2. Sweeper's going hard.
Here comes hammer on C.
Curling
Last
up
rock
the
on sheet
ball.
C coming down. Both sweepers on it over there too.
It
This
just
looks like a
curled.
Hail Mary shot. They're just going to try to blow something
Try
up.
and move anything around they can on sheet C.
And, well, they hit
And
stuff,
they hit stuff, but it didn't
move
affect what
anything
was
in
going on in the
middle.
middle.
There's.
Well, they've made a
there's no-
decision because they're...
It's pretty clear even from the camera. So it's a 2.
They scored it a 2.
I think that team is confusing this game with doubles.
Last rock about to come on sheet B now
GB
for our
is,
Puerto Rican team.
I mean, red is,
Puerto Rico Curling Federation, actually from Utica, Charlotte, and Plainsfield.
that's very typical of basically it's just, you can find curlers that have the passport or residency. It's almost
Last red rock on sheet D.
so they have to get the pin to score a 1, and it's over
Sheet B,
curling.
yeah, it's over curling. Is it going to make it? No, it's going to hit the guard. So that's going to be 1 for red on sheet B.
So sheet D has 2 more stones to come. The uplander is delivering his last stone.
But red will have hammer after this.
Yes. Sitting 2, very happy to guard something, I guess.
Yeah, it looks like they set the broom looking like they're trying to guard that draw path to prevent the red tap up or the yellow hit. Sweeper's working hard to get it over the hog line, though.
That's not going to...
They're going to get it there.
Guard a ton.
Very high guard. It does block the direct path to the red, but could probably get around it to the left.
Yeah, the shot stone is still open. Or looks open from this angle. Maybe I'm wrong. Half open. So a guard and a come around is made. Hangshi C. Hangshi B. Kamacurlas somehow, it must have overcurled or something. They actually put up a corner guard. A second corner guard is being called for by
Sweeping hard to drag it as far as they can.
Decent enough.
Well off the center line. That should be useful later.
So center guard will be the goal for Kamacurlas in this end.
If you're watching sheet D, last rock of the end coming. Skip Christy Bellefontaine throwing. Yellow sitting 2. She's going to try and get around that guard.
What's the call?
Looks like a hack to bumper weight hit to run their red back diagonally, maybe?
I'm not sure I understand the call.
They're sweeping hard to keep it straight, to get around, get past the guard. Is it going to make it? No. Oh, accidental, almost an accidental plan D,
So
but it's going to be 2 yellow.
Yeah. That had bumped just a little bit harder.
See, that's why as a vice you need to see Ace and Z plan.
So sheet D, Team Oblander from Mayfield Curling Club now with a 4-0 lead.
Very nicely done. All right, sheet B, our feature sheet. PRCF is trying to draw one, but it looks like it's going to be a guard. Number. So with the kind of double center guard situation on sheet B, or double center sish.
None of them on the center line, though. There's the high red guard and then 2 closer yellow corner guards.
Acting like a center guard. They're drawing behind it is the hope, but this one is it's kind of wide and it's gonna actually bump the corner
It's going to
guard.
bump that yellow up into the house. Right all the way up to the T line.
Yeah, PRCF did not hate that, but it's not guarded now. They're calling for a further bumping to the house of their corner guard, their other corner guard.
On sheet C, Dunnamzilla already with 2 rocks in the house and a tight center guard.
Looks a little wide. Oh, that's very effective push there to get it in, and now it's gonna go sideways.
They're going to get the tap up on sheet B. Very nice.
Yeah, it's what they called. Just the angle is not what actually exactly what they wanted. So now they really have like 3 center guards. Now you put one behind that, you never get to it.
Got roped into doing a wine delivery to sheet A, so it took me a little bit longer.
That's important. Sheet A?
Oh, sorry, sheet D.
Oh, I was like,
Sheet D.
I was like, that's the.
Is that because our Bonspiel organizers are playing on sheet D right now?
Yes.
That's clipping. So nice try. And now either Puerto Rican has a choice to make. They decided they're going to try to draw behind. It did. The draw pass did remain open. But this is a commitment. You're all in for the draw game. And you better get there before the other team does. But
Sweeping hard on sheet B now, trying to hold the line. Looks like it's over curling. I think it's going to hit that top red guard.
It's already over curling. So,
well, moving it out of the way is not a bad thing.
It's now still 3 center guard. Staggered.
Yeah, there's still a lot of guards. If you're red, there's a draw path you could come down to that yellow.
Which is the same path they've been trying since like 3 stones ago. But, you know,
that's what they're going to try. They're going to try and draw through that port.
Whoever gets there first, whoever gets the pin or the top 4 first, wins this end.
Sometimes it's hard to give up on a shot.
It is. You're like, I am so close. I feel that's that way with me and like Mario Kart. Ooh.
They threw the draw. It looks light. No, maybe not. They stopped sweeping. It's going to be through the port. Now they're sweeping.
Got another rock in the.
That's nice.
Just past the yellow.
It's back
just
for back A though. Just a smidge heavy.
A little heavy, but
still shot.
Still shot rock and behind a whole lot of guards.
You're following that
on
down.
sheet B.
You're following that down at any day, every day.
Sheet C, Dunnam has 2 in the house, but they're exposed. They're not quite behind that guard. Team Guardzooky looks like they're going to try and run the guard back, maybe double these out.
Sure.
They're on the Vice Rocks. Even if they don't get the double, you may as well get that guard out of there. It's a little wide. It's going to get a piece of that guard. Oh, they missed the double, but they do get the guard to go away.
Pretty close, though. So PRCF,
they're hitting their rock in the front.
Yep.
They decide to peel, but that did not help.
Yeah, they just put up another guard in the path that they needed to hit that red.
Yeah, that decision point is
Sheet C, we're on Skips Rocks, and Andy Dunnam called to put he's going to try and put the guard right back where it was just cleared from.
Yep.
Kamacurlas just going to put another center guard up in front of all that. Make it a little bit harder. Looks like PRCF looks like they're going to try and run their yellow back with what is that? Maybe hack weight, backline weight.
Was the curl?
It needs to curl. It needs to curl a lot or to get around that guard.
I know.
and get past the red at the top.
But
It's a very narrow port to
but
go
not
through.
be heavy enough to like blow it out.
They're sweeping hard for line.
It's curved.
They are, oh, they tipped the guard. Not going to get through the port. And the shooter rolls out of bounds. On sheet C, Dunnamzilla did get their center guard back, although it's a little bit higher than it was before. But it is more on the center line and more blocking those back two yellows than their original guard was.
Yeah.
So that's a nice guard for Andy Dunnam.
And the double is kind of gone. So the weather today is so nice. Is the flower blooming downtown? Do we know? Does anyone know?
I heard it's going to be a little later this year.
It's a little later this year?
Yeah, I don't think the
cherry blossom.
I don't think the cherry blossoms are out quite yet. We try and time this Bonspiel to be around cherry blossom time, but they don't go the same time every year, so you don't know.
Every year, our schedule, as far as I've been a curler here, they managed to actually time it quite well. Every year. This might be the first time that it's not perfectly coinciding. That is beautiful.
Wow. That was
a beautiful slash in off.
Sheet C, they do throw the hit. They do move the yellows around, but yellow's still sitting two, and that red rock spilled out to the right, exposed for the hit.
So Andy's calling for a removal of the third shot rock to force the other team to one or not at all.
While you've been actually watching the game, I've been on my phone looking up when peak bloom is predicted to be this year.
This is important information.
It could be anywhere between March 29th and April 5th.
Wow,
So
that
probably
late.
next
Another
week,
week.
next weekend. Easter weekend. National Park Service says March 29th to April 1st. Washington Post
think that has
guesses
something-
April 3 through 7.
That has something to do with that, like, ridiculous, a ton of snow that we got.
Yeah, it has to do with the temperatures and the precipitation and probably a lot of factors.
This rock coming down.
This is
on
a
sheet
promote.
B.
Okay, they got through the port this time. Oh, it's going to go too far.
It overcurled. Oh,
Well,
no, undercurled.
The end is not over, though.
It undercurled. That's a...
Red still has, well, Red's sitting two, and they have the hammer, I think.
Red
No, they shouldn't have the
not
hammer. They scored. I just can't see the yellow rock down there at the far end.
Automatic rock tracker, right? Every time a rock crosses
There it is.
Every time a rock crosses the hog line.
We'll put it on
so
a
that
request
it's
for technology committee to do that next year.
I think Ken is thinking about it.
Maybe some AI in our cameras to do the scoring, and pretty soon they won't need us here at all.
No, they're actually funnier.
No, they're not. No AI is funnier than me.
All right, so sheet B, the last stone for the red is on their way. They're sitting two.
Final rock about to
Basically-
come on sheet C also.
Block that gap where another low weight shot could be thrown, and they're all but guaranteed a steal. So yellow has a slash in they can slash this one in on the top 12. That one that's just on the border of the house. And then the last stone from Sheet last stone for Guardzooky is on the guard and unable to remove anything in the house. And
In fact, they're going to promote up and make it worse.
Oh,
That's going to be a score of 4.
4 yellow.
well, you know what? I have to say I've been there, done that. pushed my opponent's rock into the house to score.
It happens. Handshake.
I didn't do it this week, but I have done in the past. They're going to shake hands after 4 ends, so Sheet C game is over. Final score 8-0 for Team Dunnamzilla.
No, 8-1. 8-1.
Oh, 8-1, sorry. Oh, they did score. They scored back in the first end. You're right.
Correct.
Give them credit.
All right, so Sheet B, our feature sheet.
There's a lot of rocks in play.
Final yellow rock coming in on Sheet B.
So you can do a full view of the Sheet B now if you want,
That's right, we can.
because it's going to get fancy, y'all. Watch out. So the Dano trend continues. So Sheet B, this is the hammer stone. The only thing I can see is kind of a tap back of the stone on the top 12 edge. It looks a tad wide. Looks a tad wide. Needs to curl. Needs to curl.
They need to go.
It needs to curl. And that's another way of doing it. So, oh, is it 1 or 2 on this deal? Are they gonna put the broom down again? Nope. So, the stoneware kicked. I'm not sure it's 1 or 2.
I think it was 2.
2 for red.
Not sure. I was expecting a measure, but it didn't happen.
He's putting his hand up 1.
Just a 1. So even though it clipped the guard, it was enough to cut them down to 1. That is another really good intel to
Yeah.
look at the body language of the curlers. Is it a clear sign of relief or resignation? So this is going to be a corner guard that ended up in the house. No, a center guard that ended up in the house. Side of the house. All right, a corner guard is being called for PRCF.
Got the hit game going down on
Sheet A.
Sheet A.
Curling quite a bit. It's curling so much.
Yep.
It's
Flash through.
honestly it has been curling so little for weeks now. This is a welcome change.
So sheet D, it looks like we're on the last 2 rocks here, and it looks like a traffic jam.
Do you want to figure out how to do this or what?
So I can do it, so I have to. This is
Naomi's getting fancy here with the view.
I mean, Cam made it possible. My view is use it.
Yes, big thanks to Ken Clark, who sets up all of our technology for the streaming here.
I actually think if you just leave it here, it's pretty good. Right? You can see almost everything. You could switch it back and forth, but you don't have to.
We can switch back and forth here between the hack and the sweep.
Yep. And then but this is a pretty good view. I like it. You kind of see everybody. It's almost like a curler's view, right? If you're one of the team, this is what you see most of the time. You don't see the overhead. You don't see the close-up. Just like sort of a half sheet kind of view.
So we're on hammer on sheet D here. So let's.
So the last, yeah, they're the last game that's still in the fourth end. There's a lot of discussion. Yellow is sitting one. Uber buried.
Once again, a lot of guards in play on sheet D.
Uber buried. You could. I'm not even sure how you get to the button.
There's
there.
a tiny draw path, or maybe you hit one of your reds up.
That's
It'd have to be the
more-
outside one.
That's a higher percentage shot than the draw, I think.
It's higher, but neither one is particularly a high percentage shot.
I mean, the good news is, oh wait, is the back yellow out counting the top red? Not sure.
Yeah.
It's over curling already. So they get the red to
Well,
at
that
least.
limits them to one.
Yep, for sure, just one. All right, Kamacurlas. All engine firing. This looks like back house or through. Just a little heavy. Just back house. Just back house. Don't make me a liar. Oh, it's through.
How dare they
How dare you?
prove you wrong, Naomi?
Okay. So PRCF is Puerto Rico is trying to hide another stone under a bunch of corner guards. This weight is looking pretty good. But I think
Around the guard, not going to make it to the house though.
I think they tried to curl it so early on, actually took a bunch of weight off. It's almost worth it to stay in the open, but get it in the house. So again, that's a spot of the only safe harbor is between those four corner guards. Your roof is so tight. There's no leak. Oh, this is looking also pretty good. Gonna end up somewhere in the back four, back eight. Oh, but second shot fully undercover. This looks just a smidge wide, but not a bad shot. It's going to be something that Kamacurlas have to deal with. So Josh Ledford is calling for a low weight hit to just get rid of it.
I guess one of the important things in curling is that you don't have to blast things out to get things to leave. And I think that's one thing new curlers don't understand right away. It's like either draw or blast it. And
so there are a lot of factors into going into the consideration of what weight to call for. If you don't know how much it's going to curl, throw a bullet. Right? Take the curl out of the equation.
yeah.
If you know exactly how much it's going to curl,
This one looks light.
throwing too much weight is going to require
No, it's
precision.
coming, it's still coming, it's still coming, it's still coming.
Anything freezing, close to freezing to it is a good shot. That is excellent shot.
Man, I thought that was really dropping down in weight, but it kept
did.
going.
It did drop. As soon as these guys are starting to curl past its curling break point, it breaks like crazy.
Going for the push.
They should be able to get it. They should be able to get it. Just a little bit of push.
They just need to tap that red,
To
and
the
they got
side.
it.
Yep.
They got it.
Nice.
Red sitting 2, not under the guards though.
Yellow sitting.
Yellow sitting too.
Yeah, yellow sitting 2, but they're exposed.
They
Skips
have
Rock's coming up.
they have hammer. It's not horrible. There's a double available for the Kamacurlas. Not an easy one. This is a kind of double that always gets me. It looks easier than it actually is.
I don't think it looks easy at all, but
I mean, I think
Every double looks easy until you actually throw it.
Yeah, but I think you actually need a bit of an off nose on the inside, on the low side.
I mean, even just getting rid of one is.
You should be able to get rid of one.
Yeah, they need to hit the far side of that rock on
Yeah.
our right.
But jamming possibility is very high. Unless they throw a bullet.
Well, that's the other thing you need to learn too, is when to sacrifice your own rocks.
Say it again?
You need to learn when to sacrifice your own rocks.
Oh,
too.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
That is a bullet out of his hand. It's going fast. They're
Although-
sweeping for line right away.
Because
I don't know
it's on
how
the
they're
center
keeping up with
line.
that.
Now they're both sweeping.
I
It's
would
on the
have
center
let
line.
that thing go.
Oh, hit the guard and
Yeah.
tap their own out.
On the
Doesn't
s-
really change the situation except it got rid of a guard.
It's more open now.
Yep. You need to protect it.
So the center line tends to curl a lot. Coming off the center line is hard to keep it strict.
All right, it looks like we have hammer on sheet A. That's going to come down.
Yeah, that's right. And
Yep.
yellow is sitting 1. For the girls with the hammer.
Yeah, I was watching sheet A. Galad Kempenich just threw a very nice draw to the back 8, almost maybe 6 inches off of that red rock.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
Guard Destroya is just going to
They
throw a
have-
draw and try and get 1 out of this.
That looks like a bullet though. Was that supposed to be a draw? Oh wow. It looks so fast. She came out of
did.
She came out of the hack flying and it went
Tie game
the
on
4 foot.
sheet A.
to. All right.
I agree with you, Naomi. When she let it go, it looked like it was flying down that sheet.
I know. I was like, wait, is she hitting throwing a hit? Help me out here. Must be a super slow line.
Yeah. Okay, this is the last rock here for Kamacurlas.
And they want to eliminate something from the 4 foot, if they can, to cut down the damage.
All right.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Mike.
Curl it.
Mike.
Curl it. Oof. That just flushed. So, with that unfortunate flush, the PRCF now has a chance to draw for 3. There are some. Yeah, I don't see any other way. You could do this a cross house double
Yeah.
to get 4, but not an easy shot.
No.
I could use this opportunity to see if the telestrator works. Good.
No, cross
Oh,
house
cross here.
double.
To there. Sure, that looks easy.
Yeah.
Let's try that. I don't think that's what he's going to do, but next time I play you, I'll keep in mind that you're looking at that kind of shot.
Why, thank you. I will look, but I will not try it. Nothing is stopping me from looking. They're just trying to scrub this in. It looks a tad like.
Gotta come up short.
Yep. So just
They're
2.
sweeping it, but
2.
just
2.
2.
And
It's a closer
And-
game now.
badly needed 2.
It's not over yet.
Nope. 3 more ends to come.
For anybody who's not watching it, Sheet A is actually the closest game that we have going on right now, and we're barely paying attention to it because it's off to the side from our view. But in the last end on Sheet A, Ferta Girls scored 1 to tie it up.
Yep. I love the team for that. How do you say it again?
Ferta Girls.
There's a story I'm missing here.
Ditto.
It's a
I
letter
don't
Kenny.
know.
It's a letter Kenny joke.
Ah,
And letter Kenny, it's always Ferta Boys. They've
I
made it
see.
Ferta Girls.
nice. Girl power.
Sweeper's going hard to try and get this rock across the hog line on Sheet B.
Looks like it's just going to
Is
clip.
it gonna make it?
Yeah, it did. But the
Yeah.
angle is not good enough.
Just barely.
Oh, the point 2 guard. No, Julie is a fierce competitor.
Can you do
Rachel
the house view?
and Cassie.
Mike? This is not the house view.
I think that was the bug. So Ken said there's a bug. So you just eliminate the house off, and then change as you see fit. We found it out last time.
Center line guard over here on sheet B.
Because there's a bug, it's showing the wrong house. Try N5, see what happens. Does it go? It doesn't.
Can you go back to the original?
Oh,
Okay.
you fixed it. So you need to go 5.
There we go. Now we've got the correct house.
All right, now if you're listening, to fix the bug, you go to a different end and come back.
Last
the
rack of the
right
end coming over on sheet D.
It's curling.
Nope, not the last rack of the end. Red has hammer on sheet D.
Oh my gosh.
Right through that port on sheet D to get the hit.
Oh my God. How did
Yellow
they
sitting 2
get
now.
through there? That's just cruel. That was an amazing, amazing shot.
Very nice shot.
I will say, if you're watching sheet D, I don't know if you can tell on the cameras, a lot of teams go with the matching shirts for bonspiels like this. Team Gojira has gone with the matching hats, which I really like.
You need good hats. Good, strong hat game. It's always welcome.
They are, regardless of the outcome of this game, they are the hat champions of Draw 7.
This is hammer.
Hammerstone from sheet D. They got it.
Oh my gosh, the same shot.
So
Christy
ones of
made it.
Gojira. They also decide to shake hands.
And they're shaking.
So 1 to 5 is the final score. So I wonder, can we show just A and B? No. There's a lot of combinations that we can do with the cameras, but not half of these sheets. It's the wrong half. All right, a bit of a tap back, I believe, is what we're trying to go for on sheet B. It's looking pretty good. Yep, promoted.
Very nice.
Promoted the.
It only
before that was
it needed every inch that it got. They're
did.
about 2 inches closer than that red one now.
6.
6 inches? Yeah.
5. Okay, 4. But we take it.
Over on sheet A, a lot of red rocks in play for the girls. No yellow rocks.
For the girls is 2 rocks in the house near the center line. behind 2 center guards. And then more, and this is already Vice Stones.
Yeah.
Just clicked.
Just hits, but I think the guard doesn't hurt them there.
No.
Nope.
No,
Yellow
it
does have the hammer, so setting up more guards to try and get a steal out of this works for them. We're getting to the end of the game, but don't want to forget to thank our sponsor during the game. It takes a lot to run a Bonspiel of this size, and this Bonspiel, the Cherry Blossom 2026, is sponsored by Realm One, a local contracting company bringing mission-focused expertise to the national security arena.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
We can always use more sponsors. We're doing a big capital fund drive this year. We're getting a new floor, some other new
Yay.
renovations to our worm room over the summer, trying to raise a lot of money. If you're watching the feed, maybe you're a small business or work higher up in some other local business, you can see our ads on the ice. If you're interested in a sponsorship opportunity with Potomac Curling Club, go to curldc.org and you can find that information. Also information there if you just want to make a donation to our floor fund for the summer.
Mike Steele is like our best ambassador for fundraising.
I'm
yeah.
looking forward to the new floor in the fall. We're going to melt this sheet down in about 3 weeks, and then they're going to be in here all summer. They're going to replace our sand floor
Into
with
a-
concrete,
Yep.
and we're going to get the ice grid system on top of it.
Yep. And no one ever had to scrape paint
Out
off
of sand.
sand on
And
ice.
all of our chiller tubes will lie flat.
That is
Nice
an
shot.
interesting result.
I don't know if that was plan A, but it worked.
I mean, I don't know. So the yellow is now sitting 1 and 2 without hammer. And more guard is being called for. If they can get a steal out of the sand, it's going to bode really well for their chance of winning.
Yep.
This looks coming in pretty hot.
It's like it's on the red too, so
It's not going to push it hard enough, but
No.
more like a 3.5, 4 guard.
as long as it
It's
doesn't
okay.
outcount, it's okay.
It's okay, but that does leave the 2-shot rock still fully exposed.
Yeah.
So Kamacurlas is just going to try to get rid of as many of these as possible.
Mm-hmm.
I think the odds is you're getting rid of 1. This looks a little wide.
It's really coming in fast too.
It's really wide. So it's
Oh, they're
just-
going to hit their own out.
It didn't matter.
Move
either.
some guards around. The yellows are a little more exposed now, but I don't think that's what they wanted out of that shot.
No, it's just smidge wide. So more guard is being called.
So we're up to Skip's Rocks.
Yep. So it's on sheet C. Sheet A.
They're also on Skip's Rocks over on sheet A. Red
Yeah.
sitting 2.
Gillas first stone, first of 2 stones. They're being called to, I believe it's some sort of, it's a clear appeal? Unsure. But anyway, back to our new floor, which will be very exciting. Without good ice, we cannot have good curlers. So this will help tremendously.
PCRF sitting 2. They're just going to put up another guard. Trying to curl it, get it back towards center now.
anywhere that blocks that.
Yeah, it
Soft
blocked that
rating.
path.
Not really.
Yeah, that didn't come back as far as they hoped it
No.
would.
Still not enough.
A little bit wide. So Kamacurlas does
Has
have a
one more
pretty
chance.
open shot.
Yeah, they have
With
two
their-
more chances to get rid
Yeah.
of something.
Yep, first skips rocks coming for red now.
But for all of the players that's at this Bonspiel, and the players other players that been here in the past or watching this online, just know next year we'll have a new floor. So on sheet A, the red put up another guard to block the shot and second shot rock. So Gilon now has a tricky shot to
He's going to look at the angle run back on sheet A.
slightly dangerous because you're running the red in.
All right, here we go. Sheet B.
Is the first, it's still wide.
Still wide.
Yeah.
They hit the guard again. That was the guard that PRCF just put up, so the guard does its job.
For sure.
It was far from a perfect guard, but
It
good
worked.
enough. That always happens to like the accidental one guard that I throw. Somehow later, it becomes useful. All right, so both she and she B is the hammerstone being delivered.
No, red has
sorry.
one more on B,
That's right,
but
you're
this is
right.
the hammerstone on
For
sheet A.
He gave it a good
Plan is
extension.
just to block up that hit.
Oh yeah, guard. You guard. All
Get
day,
it
every
over,
day.
get it over, get it over, get it over.
You got it. You guard it. You guard it.
It's over, and it's going to curl back enough.
Yeah, it's
That's
this is
a
better
nice
guard.
one.
This is a
That's the
better
one they
guard than
wanted last
before.
time.
Yep. So now red will really have a hard time to score.
On sheet A, yellow missed the shot, hit a guard. It's going to be red 2 over there.
With the
For the girls, up 5-3 now at the end of 7.
okay.
These games are 8 ends. We do have a clock running, but none of these games are in danger of running out the clock. They're all playing fast.
They have to play their next end kind of fast though.
No, they just have to start their end before the clock runs out.
So the eighth end, they have 14 minutes to
They
play
have 14
this
minutes to start the end.
end. To play to start the eighth end.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. They have
So, I mean,
14 and a half minutes left. Once the timer runs out, you cannot start another end.
That's what I'm saying. Like
It's not finish this one and play one more. It's
right. So 14
start the end before the timer.
but
But
I mean,
they're up to skips rocks. They've got 14 minutes to play. I think they're going to make it.
You
But
have
they
to
do
play
need to
at
be-
pace, is what I'm trying
Yeah.
to say.
Yes, and they have been. They've been playing fast, so they're ahead of the game here.
This has been a really slow end here, complicated end and slow. 14 minutes is enough time. It's not a guarantee.
You can't dilly-dally.
Oh yeah, no.
Okay. Where we at?
Oh,
my
get rid of
God.
Oh, they only got one.
They
Didn't
got
get the
one.
double.
They got one.
They got one at all. That's a one.
That is amazing.
That was a rocket coming in. That was coming fast.
Still one, but nicely done.
So
Nicely
Sometimes
done.
it's about the damage control.
Oh,
and
yeah.
That was great
I
damage control.
don't think the double was there.
Yeah. For them just to hit that one was really nice shot making.
Nicely done.
So look,
Kamacurlas.
they're conscientious of the time. They're hurrying up. They're getting the
Yep.
next.
And they're one up with Hammer coming home. That's Kamacurlas. Now Puerto Rico will have to steal. So it's about good guards.
I got to fix the end again.
Oh, see if the trick still works. Oh, I think it did work.
Nope.
I saw the right house like for a second there. Just leave it.
Got it.
So I'm not sure. The first stone hog maybe, and so the Kamacurlas is putting up a corner guard. So interesting ends here. Seventh end. I'm sorry, I earlier I said coming home. No, that we're still just in seventh end. So all of the remaining games on the ice could play to eighth end if they play at pace.
Oh, they are only in the seventh end, aren't they?
Yes.
Yeah.
They do need to play fast to get an eighth end in then.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's math, Michael. It's
I thought it was the eighth end also. I lost track too.
Oh.
Both sheets A and B in the seventh end.
It's been a long week. It's been a long
So
year.
they do have 10 minutes to finish this end and start the next one.
It's a little tight. It's not out of the question, but it's a smidge tight.
They'll have to pick up their pace.
Ten minutes. So once again, this looks a
Draw
little
into the house
heavy.
goes a little bit heavy. Back
It might
house,
hang-
back
it will
12.
hang around, yeah. All right. Kamacurlas. Go behind the guards. So is for the girls. For the girls. Draw behind.
What? Are you okay?
For the viewers, the war room is a hub of activities right now. Lots happening.
Lots of teams already off the ice from the last game. Lots of teams ready to go out for the next games.
Tables are being bumped. Drinks being spilled. Just like your typical bomb spill scene. As long as there's no injury, we're okay with it. All right, that was a very nice draw from Puerto Rico to just about T-line behind guard. And Kamacurlas trying to follow it down. Looks like they're more weight and more line. It's very close though. Wow.
A good shot.
A little heavy, but still very nice. It's early in the end. Well, we're up to Vice Rocks already.
Yes.
Yeah.
I guess they're playing fast, trying to beat the clock.
Yep,
They are.
Everyone is.
People on both sheets, I think, aware that they have 7.5 minutes left to finish this end if they want to play an 8.
This draw is coming in. There's a ton of line. It needs to curl a bunch, but
It's curling enough. Is it going to be
Still
heavy
coming.
enough?
It's still coming. It's still coming.
it's T-weight.
Gets to the 4 foot.
Yeah.
Doesn't
not
get
too.
back to freeze on either of those reds, but it's in the
That's-
top of the 4 foot. That's good.
That's a jam city all day long.
Yeah, very hard to hit that yellow out now.
So that's, yeah. So yellow is sitting at 2 right now.
Over on sheet A, Guard Destroyer needs to score 2 here. They're sitting 1 currently.
So Julie is content to call for a freeze. Guard will be okay as well.
Kamacurlas hits their own guard
Yeah.
and
no.
out of play.
Oh no. All right, replace
Puerto Rico
that
is
guard.
curling for another guard.
6 minutes. 5 stone, 6 stone. You gotta play 1 minute per stone.
Sweeper's letting it go. They're okay with the weight.
They're waiting for it to curl.
Waiting for the break.
It's curling now. I don't think you have to touch it.
Slowing down. I think they just want the guard,
Yeah.
prevent the hit, and that's a very nice guard.
Yeah.
There is a shot at that back for yellow.
Yeah. So this is a in-turn control way, but cross the center line. So it's gonna be. Looks.
Sweeping right away for line. That rock
That's-
is curling
that's
off
lost.
the line quickly.
They lost it.
It's going to crash the guard.
Yeah.
Oh,
And-
accidental plan F.
Whoa, nice.
I'm sure they had that in mind as the backup.
I drew it up.
Take the luck when you can get it.
So now red sitting, well,
Just one.
yeah, are they? That yellow is
Yes.
pretty close to the button too. Hard to see from our overhead angle.
I think red's closer.
I think red is closer.
You're outvoted, Mike.
I guess we'll find out at the end when they, well, there's still a couple rocks left to go. Plenty of time for them to move things around
Yep.
so that we don't have to guess.
It is pretty close. So yellow is calling for
Trying to throw the down weight hit through that port.
they are kind of getting it.
They're getting
Is it going to over curl?
it. They're getting it. They're getting
No,
it.
Let's
it
just
over
bump it
curled. They're
back.
going to bump it.
And so is that
I don't.
actually
I think
now
red
it's
is
definitely
now definitely
shot.
short. Yeah,
Yeah.
red's
So
definitely
that
shot
did
now.
not help them. But they should have held the line.
I think they were trying to.
Wow, what a Turner event! Crazy.
They're now down to 3 minutes to finish this end if they want to play an eighth.
3 minutes, 3 rocks.
Both sheets are in the same position, 3 minutes to go and 3 rocks to throw.
But it's skip stone, so it typically takes a little longer. They have to travel up and down. So this is probably guarding some sort of red. Yep.
Yeah, they're going to try and guard that path so that PRCF can't try that hit again.
So that's gone. You could still chip the second shot, the yellow shot, in just a little bit.
Now 2 minutes to finish this end.
It's going to be a... That's the only shot I see. So if you saw enough weight with enough tightness to it, you could chip the second shot yellow and the top 4. Just in.
Last rock for yellow and PRCF,
That
the Puerto
is-
Rico team.
That is quite a bit of weight. Although they're calling for line a little tight.
Not really doing anything.
It's tight. No, they have it. They should have it. Oh no.
Nope, crashed the guard.
All right, that shot is still there. If I were red, I'll block that shot.
1 minute to
This
go.
is hammer.
No, red. Red doesn't have. Red has.
Red
hammer.
has hammer. This is hammer.
This is their.
This is
hammer
the last
shot.
rock, so they're
So
going
they're,
to
They're sitting one.
sitting 1.
39 seconds.
Over on sheet A, they need to play quickly. They still have, this is the last red rock, but yellow has hammer on sheet A.
Sheet A is going to be in trouble to get there. Sheet B
So
made
he's
it.
just throwing that away at this
Okay.
point.
Yeah. He was
Yep,
saying
clearly thrown away. Take the 1 and get out of there. Start the next
19.
end.
17, 15, 13. Does it have to cross the T line or something?
Gabe is throwing very quickly on, he just has to release the rock, I think. 6, 5, 4.
He made it to T line.
Yep.
So,
So they have finished, they have accomplished it on sheet A.
and sheet A.
So we have, was it a score of 1 on sheet B
Yep.
for red?
All right, Eric.
And it's going to be red 2 over on sheet A for the girls.
Wow. So it's a 7-3 game.
They're shaking on sheet A.
Shaking on sheet A, Ferta girls win 7-3.
And the feature sheet is going to the bitter end.
So for those of you who are watching sheets A and D, thanks for joining us. We're going to continue talking about the game on sheet B over on the other stream. The next draw is coming up at 9:15 tonight. I'm going to turn sheet A draw on sheets A and D off. And
you
we'll
for
continue with
joining
B.
us.
Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, come over to our other feed and
Yeah,
hang
come over
out.
to the sheet B and C feed and watch the 8th end of this exciting game.
I do like it when the feature sheet is the last game left. Makes our life so much easier. So, Kamacurlas from Triangle is 2 up, coming home without hammer. This is an exciting game indeed.
They're going to put
Another
2 guards
guard
up.
there.
They're ideally better off closer to the center line, but 2 points is not insurmountable.
Sweeper's on that rock right away for weight and to try and curl it in. It's really wide.
They have to get it.
They do get it over the hog line.
They have to get it.
They're trying to get it around. They get around the guard. Is it too heavy? Is it going to stick?
It's a top.
That's going to
I'd
stick
say that's
right on the
pretty
tee line.
nice.
That was a very nice shot, and it's not quite behind the guard.
It isn't.
But
so
early in the end, that's good enough.
we're gonna get rid of that.
They're going to, yep. Kamacurlas going to try and hit it right away. They're up 2. This is the last end of the game. Either way,
Plan is to run them out of rocks.
if yellow scores 2 here, we will go to skips rocks. There are no extra ends until the finals.
Sweepers are. Ooh.
Little heavy.
It's just we needed more ice.
I don't know. I'd probably put up another guard at this point. Well, I guess they do need 2 points, so
Yep.
get another one in the house.
So for Puerto Rico, West Hammer, I'll high one behind the corner guard.
Yeah. Furious sweeping.
This is wide
Furious
and
sweeping.
light. So they're just using it as a guard. Attempt one more time, like a downway hit to remove the shot stone on the 4-foot. If not, clipping the guard is acceptable.
Yeah.
Looks
Just
like
hit something at this point.
looks pretty good.
Yeah, it looks like they've got it. And it's going to stay.
Kind of a nose hit there, sticks, but it's more behind the guard than the yellow was, maybe by an inch. Still pretty open if you want to hit it.
It doesn't matter. It's
But,
at this point.
Puerto Rico really needs to get rocks in the house. They can't just play back and forth, hit, hit, hit,
Nope.
or they are going to run out of rocks. They need to
Yeah.
score 2. 2 to tie, 3 to win.
So this is
This
super
is way
wide.
wide.
It's gonna do something to the guard. It's gonna.
It's going to run the red guard back in. That does not help them.
Oh,
And it's
blocked.
undercover. So now Kamacurlas with 2 rocks in the house.
They're changing tactic. We are guarding.
Yep. Put stuff in the way.
So when there's only one game remaining on the ice, the stone could get a little slower as well.
Like
There's
it's way colder.
It's colder. The stone is slower.
So Looks like it's going to be a good guard.
eerily quiet out there
And then
when you're
Without everybody
uncomfortable.
yelling.
You're uncomfortable. You feel like the whole world's watching you because
they are. Everybody in the warm room only has one game to watch now.
So yeah, it pays to play fast.
Under pressure, watching down on me.
Maybe there are some people that like it this way. I want the world to look at me and no one else. Not me though. All right, a long, well, it's not super long, about a 6 feet run back is being called. So the Kamacurlas had a really, really lucky shot last end. Oh, this is looking okay. Too
They made the
wide.
hit, but not quite the right angle for it to work. Does open up maybe a path to get in the house, but Kamacurlas is
Gonna
already
try.
signaling they're going to just guard that up again.
I would.
Yep.
Sweeping hard. I don't know if that's going to make it, is it?
I think it will.
Yep, it's going to be over the hog line.
Just over curling though.
It's
Over
just
curling.
Not really. In a
Doesn't
good
really
spot.
protect what they needed to protect. Perhaps it takes away a future hit path up the center line, though.
Yeah. Guard doesn't. You have two sitting in the house. Guard is not the end of the world.
Sweepers on this one right away for line.
Oh my God, it's really curling.
It's really swinging.
Bounce, bounce. Are they going to get something good? No, I think it's still red too.
Yeah.
But at least they've got something in the house now.
They have something in the house to work with. But we are up to Skip's rocks, and they are running out of rocks to score with.
The red is still fully in control of this game.
Yeah.
It's going to be a tough shot for the yellow to score too.
Just calling for the guard again.
Most likely, something that just blocks the gate. Port is the technical term. Even though that's a wide straight.
That is very wide. They need a guard in the middle of that to make this a harder shot
Correct.
for
It will
Puerto
leave-
Rico.
Which will leave them 2 ports.
Sweepers on it for line. Now they're off. Looks okay.
It's in the house.
Yeah, that's coming too fast. That's gonna curl all the way.
Sweep it for a first shot.
Yeah,
Now. Yes.
that's okay. It got behind the guards,
Okay.
and they are sitting 3 now.
Yep.
Yellow has. Is this
hit
their
on-
last rock? No, they have
No,
2
no,
rocks
no, no.
left.
There are 2 skipstones left. So if they get a hit and roll, Kamacurlas will probably guard again. Then I don't know what you do. But yeah, a hit and roll. If a hit and roll is made, then we can talk.
They're still talking about where to set the broom for this.
It is
Move the broom a couple inches to the
It
side.
is tough. I'd rather you sit open than crashing on the guard, right? So I think that's a good discussion. You sit in the open, you let the other skip try to hit you back. But if you crash on the guard, it's game over.
Yeah.
It's a bit of a flick out.
No sweep. They're pretty happy with it
Although
so far. Now
they're
they're on it.
curling.
Now they're on it for line. They need to stop it from over curling.
No, it's still wide.
So they got 2 red. They got the double.
Oh.
I think they're sitting 1 now.
I didn't know that was the call.
I don't think they
did
did
they know that was the
either.
call?
Apparently. I'm going to give them that credit. If it hangs, then we go for the double.
A good skip always has a plan B and a plan C in mind.
No, we just worship the curling god and make sure he's not angry with us.
And now they've made Kamacurlas stop and think about what they want to do.
I am content to guard.
Yeah, the guard works.
I mean, you could.
They
also
can give up 1 point and be
Yes,
fine.
Correct.
Yes.
Agreed.
Yellow needs 2 to tie though.
The hit is still there.
The hit's there. If they get one of those out, it makes it very difficult.
Correct. He's going to,
Looks like they're talking about the draw
or just a guard blocking that.
or a guard that blocks the path.
But I don't know how they're gonna. How is red gonna? I'm sorry. How is yellow gonna score 2? Oh, right.
Well, right now, without
sitting
a
one.
well-placed guard, they can probably get at that red rock in the house
No.
with hack weight. They
I-
just need to move it off
I
to the 12-foot. They don't need to
I
have to
will-
move it the whole way through.
I wouldn't even. I don't want to throw that. Do you want to?
Is there enough curl on the ice to hit it control weight? You just hit it thin and not take out your own?
I agree
yeah.
with Naomi. They just
That's
need a
not a shot I
guard,
wanna
give up the
throw.
1, and they
Yeah, I
still
think
win.
they should throw the guard here.
You can guard your second shot and then pray the other guy doesn't come up with some sort of magic draw to the 4-foot.
This is the clutch shot here.
Currently, there's
right.
not really a draw to the 4-foot other than the straight that they're trying to
Portal,
cover
yeah.
up.
Wow, this is still
No
coming.
sweep.
This is still coming.
Now they're going to sweep to curl it in a little bit.
It's going to be back
It's a little
house.
heavy.
It's going to be back house, guys.
They're going to split out further. Oh, and just get next to that yellow.
That is not a good place to stop.
So now red's sitting 1.
But it gives a
A nose hit on
chance.
that red gives you 2 for
Correct.
yellow and sends us to Skips Rocks.
correct.
Yep.
So that is way too heavy.
They just need to nose that and stay.
Or a little roll either way is okay.
Well, I mean, this is hammer, so.
Tolerance is a bit of a roll, but get rid of it and stay. And then you should have 2 points. Okay, a downway hit. No, control hits.
It's loud here in the warm room, but you know it's completely silent out there on the ice.
It's like the death.
Everybody's watching. Everybody in the warm room's watching this shot right now.
The ice crews are so invested right now. I can see them on the back catwalk just staring at these guys. It looks a little wide again.
Yeah, they're sweeping right away.
But their
it's coming.
Their
It's
stump
coming.
cancer curls so much. Oh my God, it's curling a boatload. Oh,
is it going to get there?
Actually, it looks good.
Oh, that's going to be yellow 1.
Close.
Well played. That was a really great game.
Handshakes.
Wow.
Final score 6-5. That ended up being a great game for us to watch.
Yeah,
for sure. I'm so glad our feature sheet
yes.
kept us on our toes.
Thanks for watching with us.
Yep.
The next games are coming up in about, well, they were supposed to be at 9:15, but now we need time to prep the ice, so maybe a little after 9:15.
Yeah, a few minutes
so
away, but come back.
We'll see you
and
in a little
catch the
bit.
next draw. Bye.
Have a good night, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.